This bike is a 2007 Specialized Tarmac Comp, and it is a legit bike. Now, when I first took up cycling, complicated story. When I was a kid, my dad bought me and my brother a bike, a road bike each for $500. I always remember the price, $512. My mother hit the roof, and so to justify it, he took us on this tour across the country, which I describe in the ebook Road Bike, which is on Amazon for 99 cents. And but then what happened is years later, in 2000, I stopped cycling, and then years later, in February 3rd, 2007, I look at the carbon fiber weave. You don't get that anymore these days. That's pretty sweet. These days, so in February 3rd, 2007, I bought the next model up, exactly like this, pretty much with our Tegra group set, a Specialized Tarmac Expert. And there was $4,000 X demo, and there was one bike exactly like this, and it might have been this bike for sale for $4,000, and back when $4,000 actually meant something. And then but I decided on the X demo one, the next model up, and about a year later, this bike turns up in a Avanti Plus by Takari, and I persuaded my dad to buy it for $3,000. But we persuaded him to go on this. We have this idea of trying to get a spot prize at a Cycle for Life, which was the spot prize was a trip to Tahiti, and so I persuaded my dad to come along. Only 180 free would turn up to this event, and so I persuaded my dad to do this Cycle for Life. It was like a cycling event, and he crashes this bike, cracks his helmet, gets a concussion, breaks his scapula, his clavicle, 4 ribs, punches his lung in 2 locations, and breaks a vertebrae, gets a crack in a vertebrae. And so he sort of takes 6 months to recover. The bike is pretty much unscathed, and so, but then the bike ends up not being used, and I ended up buying it because my original time I crashed it, and also I pretty much crashed it, and after about 29,000 Ks I sold it. No, sorry, I got a new frame, and then I sold the bike, but I've still got the original frame for posterity's sake. And I have a lot of nostalgic value in this type of tarmac. So yeah, take up cycling. If you're not a cyclist, then I'd recommend you take it up. Oh, you're probably talking about crashes, probably isn't helping, but just try and be safe out there. But yeah, cycling will change your life. And I'll catch you later. I better get going. It's still the holidays here between Christmas and New Year.